me the way that I was when I used to know. If I go, what do I hold? Oh, the maid or the mother I'll be, if only the loom and a thread or a home. It is work today, that's an out here tomorrow. Yeah, my mom put me into piano lessons really young, and my brother plays drums, and it's just been something I've sort of been surrounded with my whole life. I always wanted to play music. Not necessarily as I didn't necessarily think that I could have music as the means that I make my living. I just knew a lot of people, I mean friends of my mother's and just everybody I knew, music was a part of their life. It didn't necessarily have to be your job, but I knew it had to be in my life. One of my biggest inspirations is Ojeda, who is a singer and a songwriter, and so I still kind of count her as one of the biggest influences or inspirations to me in terms of why I play music, and I'm sure in many other ways. I actually got to meet her before she passed away, a few months before she was actually playing in Toronto, so it was really incredible to be able to do that. And to be able to tell her how much her music has meant to me over the years. I think I just really enjoy playing these songs live. I've played a lot of the songs before I recorded them. I was trying them out on stage, and that's kind of how I knew which ones should make the album, just by the fact that people who had never heard the songs before, maybe their response or reaction to them was telling to me in a lot of ways. On my awful lot, skies they opened wide for us. Oh, what a heavy rain it was that I think growing up and playing in band or orchestra and then in other people's bands has helped. I think I still do get nervous sometimes, but it's usually once everybody is kind of all around you and you're kind of on stage, then you suddenly realize that, holy cow, this is really, what an amazing thing that I get to do this, and you kind of just get excited about the fact that it's your life. I'd been traveling a lot, and I wrote most of these songs while I was traveling, and when you've spent a long time away from anything that you had once considered home or may consider home, you know, sometimes you just start asking questions about yourself and about what makes you feel kind of like yourself, regardless of where you are. Heart of My Own is a song I wrote actually on my first tour ever, and it's a song that I carried with me ever since, and so it kind of made sense to make it the title track, because a lot of the ideas on the record I think are about finding something that really feels sort of steady or constant. Even that kind of drum beat that is on the song in the recording is kind of really constant. Well, I had this horrible habit of writing songs before a show and at sound check teaching it to the band, and then playing it that night, and that was kind of one of the situations with that song, but it's always worked out. I think when I'm listening to music, what I like about my favorite bands and my favorite songs and my favorite albums is there's a lot of room for me to put my own thoughts, or my own, they take my mind kind of moving and like give it a place to roam around a little bit, I guess. And so I think that's what I'm hoping that this record does. It's hard to do, you never know, maybe it's really one-dimensional, but I'm hoping that it's not. So I hope there's a lot that people can take from it in all sorts of different ways. I love when people say, oh, this is a breakup song. And not at all, actually. I thought that was a love song. And vice versa. Oh, that's such a great song about someone you love. Well, actually. So I actually really like, it's good to, some people, you know, I have a few people that have interpreted it almost scarily exactly how I was feeling when I wrote it, and then other people take it to a whole different place, and I think it's great that it can go both ways. Hi, I'm Basia Bulat, and this is my show in the guest apartment on Baeblemusic.